So we have the new topic, that is the error. As normally you say that error is something else, but in the physics or especially in science, error makes a completely different meaning. Here in science, error is can be occur in the different experiments. Suppose number of the scientists they perform experiment in their laboratories, and even a teacher or a student of science, he also can try to perform the experiment. Also some error can occur in the experiment. So the error that can occur in the scientific experiments, that's we are talking about that error. Means, or we can say the fault that can occur in the while experiment, that can occur while in the performing something in the science laboratory, that is the actually error. So now we have error, three types of error. Number one, personal error. Number two, systematic error. Number third, random error. So while doing experiment, we have different errors. Number one, personal error. Personal error means, suppose I am doing experiment in the laboratory, and while reading, I am doing something means I am doing a wrong thing, or I am doing a mistake in while reading. Means I am not favor in the reading. Means I am doing such a mistake personally myself. That means I am doing an error. That error is a personal error. Means I am personally doing error. That is a personal error. But second one is the systematic error. And systematic error actually deals with the instrument. Means while performing an experiment, and while experiment, the error that occurs that can appear due to the fault in the instrument. Means the error or that can occur in the instrument. Due to the instrument error, we can say that error is the systematic error. So systematic error is actually deals with the fault in the instruments. If suppose I am performing an experiment, and that while experiment the instrument that does not work properly, so due to the fault or the error in the instrument or in the device, that is means utilizing for the experiment, so that error is known as the systematic error. So you may simply say systematic error deals with the faultness or the default in the instrument. So whatever the error that occurs in the instrument, that is known as the systematic error. So third one, we have random error. So random error means the while performing experiment, error that randomly can occur in the experiment, that is known as the random error. Suppose actually the random error is mostly affected by the environment. So a number of the factors of the environment that can affect on the experiment in the scientific laboratory. While we say that humidity of the air, or we can say that voltage, so these are the factors, means, or we can say the change in the temperature. These are the factors that deals with the environment, and these are the actually the factors of the environment. They can also randomly impact or affect on the experiment. So therefore we can say that these are the random errors. Means random errors are that are totally on the environment, so that environment effect can also on the experiment, and that is known as the random error. So random error, actually we also say that humidity of air means something change in the air. Means I also change the voltage. If suddenly change occurs in the voltage, and change in temperature, in daily basis the temperature changes, so we can say change in temperature also impact on the experiment. So these are the random errors that are the means environmental basis. So if we can avoid from the random errors, then we must make the maintain the good condition in the laboratory, scientific laboratory. So this was the random error. While if we say, suppose somebody performing an experiment and he gets means exact value, or we can say that theoretical value. But suppose if somebody say calculate the error percentage, how much error percentage you got, means in the experimental value from the theoretical value, then how you can find? We have the formula, that is the error percentage formula. Error percent formula. Error percent formula. That is equal to actually exact value minus theoretical value. And we can say that is experimental value minus theoretical value divided by theoretical value. You may also write in second form error percent is equal to experimental value minus true value divided by true value. Here, this is the formula of error. But if you find the error percentage, then you have to multiply with the 100 with both formulas. Means here you multiply with the 100 percentage, but also you can multiply with the 100%. Means if you will multiply with 100%, you will find the error percent. Means we say that how much error in a percent form, means how much percent error that can take place while doing experiment. So if you find the percent in error, then you can use the formula. Experimental value means you are doing experiment, how much you have the experimental value, then you should take it here. Minus true value means what's your theoretical value, what's the true or exact value. So you can subtract true value from experimental value. Now in the divide form, once again you have to introduce a true value. If you find the percent in the error, then you should multiply with the 100%. So in these formulas, you can find the error percent. So these were the questions, these were the things, little bit about the error and its types, and also about the error percent. So if somebody say find the absolute error, now error has the number of the types, error can find a different way, different error can find the different way. So if somebody say find the absolute error, so we have the formula of absolute error is that experimental value minus theoretical value. Experimental value minus theoretical value. This is the formula of absolute error. So this was the little bit concept about the error and its types and its various formulas that deals with the different problems also.